Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special Sunday night massacre by our fire. I'm transforming. Yes. Shout out out to everybody in the chat. Special, 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 special. Sunday night.
Aw, yeah, bitches! Surprise, surprise! Surprise, fucking prize on a Sunday night. Mr. Foulmouth Ken coming to you all by himself, all by his lonesome. No other voices, no other people, nothing else but Ken on 10. Crank it up to 10 tonight. Crank it the fuck up to 10 tonight. You know why? You want to know why? Do you want to know why I want to crank it up to 10 tonight? Because I'll tell you this. I was doing a lot today. I did a lot of yard work today. I was doing a lot of stuff around the house. Worked also early for 4 hours, right? And I was thinking the whole day about a lot of things. And I was thinking about this channel. And I was thinking about my time on this channel. And the things I was involved in, good, bad, indifferent. The things that I said, good, bad, indifferent. The people that I interacted with, good, bad, indifferent. The friends that I made and lost over the years, good, bad, indifferent. And I thought of all of that the last almost 10 years. And I said to myself, you know something? The bad times on here that I thought were the bad times on here were really not bad at all. They were actually fucking really good. And so were the people. And you want to know something? I'm saying names tonight. Because we're doing a special Sunday night show, so I'm going to get special tonight. And I'm not talking about from the heart. I'm talking about special ed. Like a fucking retard. Okay? Because I'm about to say some retarded shit. No, I'm not. I'm not saying retarded shit. Oh, I mean, it could be retarded shit. You guys be the judge. You guys be the Buttigieg. You know what I mean? I always let you foul-mouthed fuckers decide, you know what I mean? You guys be the Buttigiegs. But I thought of all of it put together, right? And I thought of what I said and what I have always thought of as the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And the indifferent, right? Things that were good, that went bad, that went good, that went bad, that went good, that went bad. That's the indifferent. The things that bounce back and forth. Because there's good. That's always good, and then there's bad. That's always bad. The goon!
The Goon tipped $2. Hey Ken, do you think the Elon-Trump beef was a work now that the tweets from Musk were removed?
Yeah,
also, what your thoughts about R-Truth being fired, then being resigned as his TN
So yeah, I definitely
attacking Cena?
I definitely got to get on the R-Truth shit. I wanted to talk about that because last night I watched live on the program the R-Truth coming out last night and all that shit. All the people that were on the internet saying, you know, I knew what was going to happen with R-Truth. You know, not even knowing that he was going to come out, right, last night. And all these people like, he was fired and it was real and John Cena didn't want him working there. And all these people that thought they knew the scoop and all that shit. I mean, it just always proves that nobody really does know. It's all speculation, but sorry. I'll get on that. I'm going to get on that. But shout out to the Goon. What's up, bro? We chilling tonight on a Sunday night on a special night, bro. And I'm getting special right now. But we're going to talk about all that and more tonight on the special program, the special ed program tonight. So, you know, I thought of all that shit, right, that's happened over the years, and I thought there was the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And, man, there really was nothing but good. Because people, and like I said before, I'm going to say names tonight. All right? I'm coming on, I have a specific thing I want to talk about. I'm going to take phone calls eventually if anybody wants to call in or anything like that. I'm not doing it yet. If anybody does call, which no one might, but if anybody does, I'm not taking any phone calls yet, right? But I will. I'll take anybody's fucking phone call at any time. And after I say what I'm going to say, I think I'll change the game for a lot for myself on this shit. Because, honestly, I have friends on here, right, that expect me to stay in line and to stay true blue, which I always do. I never fucking, you know, like, if I do break something of a friend, like from a friendship, that like say, oh, I'm not friends with that person, and you're not supposed to be friends with them because I'm not friends with them, shit, right? That shit, I used to pull that shit on my friends when I was a young guy, like in my early 20s or late teens, and it used to drive people away. And I learned fast, like, you know what, like, if I don't like somebody and my friend's friends with that person, so be it. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? I used to care about shit like that, but I don't now. But that shit, right, some people do care about shit like that. That shit fucks up a lot of shit. But I understand where the person's coming from, because it's like, you don't like that person, you don't get along with them, they threaten you, they do this, they do that, maybe they even fist fought you, whatever, right? They threw rocks at your house, whatever. You know, it's like, how could your friend be friends with a person like that, right? But listen, everybody sees everybody differently, man. Like that's the whole thing. Like, you know, people tell you, oh, this person's a scumbag, don't speak to that person when you start a new job, or somebody new starts working with you or comes to your school, and they're like, oh, I know that person, she's a real piece of shit, don't talk to that person. And then you find out that that person's a really good person, or is a really good person now in their life, and maybe wasn't at one point, whatever. You know, it's like, never judge a book. It's like, never take anybody's word on people, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people play that shit, and that happened here a lot on the internet, right? But I look back at all those moments that it was like, yo, don't be friends with this person because I'm not with that person, and this person's not like with that, and it was like, you know what, man? I get it, but at the end of the day, man, honestly, I don't have a beef with anybody. I don't have any ill will towards fucking Scott McKinnon, towards fucking, fucking YR, even what's his name that was in our chat a lot, that stirs shit up all the time. I forget his name. Why do I black out names, bro. I smoke pot, you know. But honestly, I don't have a problem with any people. And but with that said, people's past pave the road to the future. And it's like, if you're not, like, if I'm cool with you and I'm like, hey, I don't have a beef with that person, I don't have a problem with them, they come into a chat, it's like, yo, it doesn't, because I accept you and I like you, and I think, I'm like, oh, not that I like you, but I'm cool with you and I don't have a problem with you. Maybe the chat doesn't like you because of the past or this or that. Like, that controls that. You know what I mean? That's a group of people that control a group, an area where a group of people hang out. And that's controlled by a group. You know what I mean? Like, that chat is separate. So I'm just saying, like, I give the, okay, hey, I'm cool with you, you're cool with me type of thing. You know, it still doesn't mean, like, people will be accepted anywhere. Like, would I be accepted in Joe Cronin's chat? I mean, I know probably 80% of the people there now have no clue who the fuck I am, right? But back in the day, when we all had a beef and shit was going on and it was crazy and there were definitely sides, would I be accepted in that chat? Absolutely not, right? So, shit happens. Even if I was cool with Joe, but we didn't tell people, but we made amends behind the scenes and shook hands and met up and fucking really, like, deaded shit and, like two grown men. Even if that happened and it was told to everybody, I think that chat still would have been like, fucking get this guy out of here back then when shit was going on. So the point is, You could be cool people, you could have no beef with them, but that doesn't mean you're going to be accepted around their friends or around their people. Make sense? Makes sense, right? Hope so. So with that said, though, you know, like I was saying, and I was having this conversation with Shannon today, and I was talking to her about this, and we were bullshitting about like a lot of old shit, and the channel was one of them. And when we were talking about it, we were talking about like the good, the bad, and the ugly. And when we were speaking for an hour about this, I was like, literally came to the conclusion that there really wasn't. There might have been ugly, but there was really no. I mean, listen, my parents got swatted basically. God rest their souls, right? My parents got swatted. This is when they were still themselves. Like my mom and dad were still my mom and dad. They weren't like rotting away, dying yet. That was in like a year or two from that point, or 3. But they got swatted, right? So that is the bad part of shit. But I don't even look at that now as bad, because things could have been worse. Somebody could have died. Somebody could have gotten in a car accident. Somebody could have got shot. Somebody's house could have went on fire. Somebody could have got arrested. Somebody could have, you know. So, and that didn't happen. So the way I look at it is, looking back at all that stuff, it really is not a fucking big deal. All the shit that went on. Yeah, there was like hurtful things were said and threats were made and people fucking hated people and had vendettas against certain people, right? But at the end of the day, nobody fucking like killed anybody. And, you know, it's like, would I speak to any one of these people? Yeah, I would. I would. Why not? Like, what's the big fucking deal? What's the big deal? Like life goes on, you move on. Like, would I work with someone or bring them to be my partner forever on a program that I do? Like, yo, you guys know that I don't take this shit that serious, like where I'm like, oh, I'm a fucking host of a show, and I like this is what it is. It's me bullshitting with the people that I have left out of my little run that I had in this community. It's as big as it is. It's not, you know, like I've made a lot of friends, I've made a lot of support, I've had a lot of great times. I fucking made some money from it. I put it back into my shit like smart. I was smart with it. I didn't just like frivolously spend the shit on like, you know, stupid shit. Like I basically used 80% of it back into my shit. And look at this room I got, bro. I started out with a screen behind me, a white screen that I had to pull down. And I was hanging belts on it or jerseys, and I was in my living room, and I had to have the house deaded for the night so I could do my shit in the living room. The kids weren't allowed out there. My wife barely came in and snuck by me when I was live, and it took away from the weekend, and it took away from like my household in that area, because you weren't allowed to, like, you couldn't be in there while I'm doing it, you know what I mean? So you couldn't watch TV, you couldn't really hang out in the living room when I'm doing this, and I was doing it a lot back then, where I was going Friday, Saturday, you know, fucking Monday, Tuesday, Sunday mornings, you know, like I was doing it like crazy amount, right? So, but now look where I am, you know what I mean? Like, I fucking put it back into my shit. So I think I was fairly smart with my run, you know what I mean? So I don't, like, my point is, like, what do I have to be mad at? You know what I mean? Out of this whole thing. Nothing. So, like, that's my point. Why should I be a person who's like, oh, well, I'm not talking to that person anymore because of what they did fucking 7 years ago. They threatened to suck my asshole out and fuck me 7 years ago, so fuck them. I can't speak with them. No, I'm not going to be that guy, bro. Like, I'm not going to hold grudges. You know what I mean? And as far as people that used to be around coming back and hanging out in the chat and fit right back in, hey, that's up to them. That's up to you guys. It's not up to me. It never was. That's why I fucking wrench mostly everybody. And if I see somebody in there that doesn't have a wrench, that's a part of what we're doing and speaks with people and hangs out, they get a wrench. As soon as I see them in there talking and being regular and acting, not acting normal, but like doing what we do. They get a wrench. Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? Mostly everybody does. Like, even if it's a new name and it's in there like the 5th time I see it, and I'm like, you know what? Like, that's how it is, because everybody governs themselves, bro. That space governs itself. It always has. So if, people fitting in and people coming back and this and that, that's not up to me. That's up to the nation. Okay? The fucking nation of Islam. No. But you know what I mean. My voice is a little fucked up because I basically had like 3 hours of sleep since last night. I did the program. I went to bed for 3 hours. I woke up. I went to work at 6. I had to be there at 6, so I woke up at like 5:30. Normally I wake up like 2 hours before work. And I didn't, because obviously I only worked on 3 hours. So I slept 3 hours, got up, did my thing, went to worked for 4 hours, came home, did my lawn, cut down fucking trees, fucking did all kinds of shit today, man. Non-stop moving, non-stop in the sun, baking. Had the hat off, had the sunglasses off, because I do not want to look like a half tan head. If you wear a hat in the summer too much, you look like a fucking cantaloupe, like a human fucking cantaloupe. All right? Because I have half a black fucking head and half a white head, and I look like a fucking idiot. My wedding pictures, I look like a fucking moron, okay? I look like a goddamn moron. I literally have, in my wedding photos, I'm black from the middle of my forehead down. I'm tan, beautiful tan, right? From here up, it's fucking white as snow. Bald head. I look like a fucking two-tone idiot. So now, when I'm baking out in the sun during the summer, I take the hat off and the sunglasses, because I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm sick of looking like a fucking half-baked owl fucking retard. So, and the black guys that I work with, it's the funniest thing, because they're like, damn, Ken, you're gonna be all color pretty soon, motherfucker. We gotta start treating you as if, like, that's what this one dude said to me, and I started laughing because I was in the locker room with a bunch of guys, and I started laughing. I was like, yeah, I get tan, bro. And he's like, damn, yeah, you do, bro. He's like, I saw you with your hat off and your sunglasses, and I was like, yeah. And he said the same exact thing to me that I was thinking. Yeah, I look like an owl. And he was like, yo, you had the fucking 2 white eyes. This was at the beginning of the summer. And I was like, I started dying laughing because the guy called me like an owl, and it was fucking funny. But yeah, but anyway, I'm tanning. No, but I get dark anyway, like, so I can't help it. Even if I like don't want to fucking get tan, I do, because I work out in the fucking sun and heat, and I'm always out in the sun. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not working hard in the sun. I don't work in the sun, but I'm moving around constantly all over the place, and I'm in the sun. So you can't escape it. And there's nothing wrong with being in the sun, goddammit. It's the best fucking... I know some people are like, oh, I'm fucking sick of the summer. I'm sick of the sun, the heat, the blah, blah, blah. You know what? I love it. I love it. I love it. I really do. I mean, like, I don't love 110, but, nice little weather. You know what I mean? Let's check the chat out. What do you say, guys? Let's
check the chat. Let's check the chat.
Hey, everybody. How are you guys in the chat? Shout out to you guys. Let's see what's going on in the chnimon. I never miss a stream, but a lot of times I listen in the background. Yeah, dude, I listen to everything in the background. You know me, bro. Because I'm like, I do the same thing. I got the YouTube, whatever it's called now, and I could turn off the screen and put my phone in my pocket and listen to whatever the fuck I want. And I love that feature because I listen to music from YouTube. I listen to fucking shows on YouTube, the news on YouTube, the sports on YouTube, everything. Mostly everything. But I do branch out, and I go to Sirius Satellite Radio, which I bought the $500 subscription off of Filthy Mouth Gamer in the year 2000. He bought it, and he was like, I need a different one because something happened and blah, blah, blah. I have the lifetime subscription. And I'm like, what? They have that? And he's like, yeah, right when they started it. I was like, you're selling it? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to sell it for $500. And I was like, I'll buy it from you. So it took me like 4 months to pay him back then. But yeah, I bought the subscription off of him, and he bought another one, I think. And I have the lifetime subscription to Sirius. So I listen to that a lot. You know, but mostly it's YouTube, so I do know what you mean by that, man. I love it. And I do that with my own show. I don't always listen to this stream, right? But once in a while, if it was like a really funny night and something went on or something was done that was good, I'll go back and listen to the entire stream because I'll be doing something and I'll have my earphones in and just let it go, you know? And I do the same shit with my own stream, bro. So, you know what I mean? I share tear when I get a wrench. I've always been a foul-mouthed Mark. Oh, thank you, brother. I know you, dude. You know, listen, the people that are here now, like I said before, this is what I have left out of my run. You know what I mean? And you guys are, like, when I say OGs and the nation or whatever I may say, you guys are the ones that, like, are the only ones that give it meaning at this point. You guys are the people. Look at each other in the chat, the names. You guys are the people. You know, and I thank you guys for that. And I thank the people on the Patreon too. Like, you know, I haven't done anything on Patreon in like 8 months, right? Because of everything that happened with my father and the shit that happened with my mother before it. I've been out of the game for 3 years mentally. I swear to God. And I am still in mourning so fucking hard, guys. Like, there's stuff that I haven't told you guys. A lot of stuff, right? But I've been in mourning over my father so fucking hard. I've never experienced anything like it. And I know there could be worse things that could happen. And it's like, you're a grown man, bro. Like, get over it, move on with your life, right? And I know some people think like that, but I've never, and I do think like that about death sometimes. Like, all right, pull your pants up and move on, man. People die, right? I get it. But I would never say that if a kid or something died. Like, that's horrible. And I put everything into perspective, right? Thank God it was not one of my kids, you know. Thank God, like, you know, I got to be around my father for as long as I did. All that stuff, right? But I've been in fucking mourning, man, like I've never experienced. Where I wake up every fucking day, and the first thing on my mind is, am I going to wake up from this and it's going to be a dream that my mom and my dad died in a year and a half? And I wake up and I'm like, fuck, no, it's not. This is real life. Like, wake up, go to work, and the first thing on your mind all day.
Yeah, I don't even live in the
is your parents.
continental United States anymore. Yeah, I'm in the Baja.
Gabe Tough tipped $5. Hey Ken, wrenches for everyone. Your older shows are classics. Many people good or bad, but most are entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm up to the 2021 episodes of the network going back.
Dude.
You and Cronin are in the start of the breakup. I do miss the streets smart game.
Dude, I was thinking, man, maybe one day people will go back and relive the whole fucking story of all of us, right? And you're doing it. Like, you know, it's all here. And there's been so many different people that have been on these programs with me, right? But the one thing that connects all of them is I'm on every single fucking one of them. Me. I'm on every single one of them. Right? So, like, it's me. This channel is me and the people that are my friends and support me. Then that's what this has always been. That's what it's always been. You know what I mean? From day one. And, like, that's why I say shit's not bad, bro. Like, put life into perspective. The shit that happened to me on here with Scott and this guy and that guy and that guy and this guy and what that guy did to me from Scotland and what this guy did over here and the bad videos that he made and the things that he said I did and blah, blah, blah. Like, it all, at the end of the day, it's like, hey, no hard feelings. And I don't mean no hard feelings like, oh, I do a show called No Hard Feelings and I'm fucking playing around words now. No, I'm meaning it. Like, I mean it, like, legit. No hard feelings to anybody. Like, even if you don't like me and you don't agree with me. Because there are people that I lost because I finally did fucking come out at one point over the last 10 years and say, hey, this is who I like and this is who I'm supporting. And I never did that the first 4 or 5 years. I never did that. You know why? I didn't do it on purpose. Because I didn't want to pick sides. And it wasn't, I'm doing a show, so I can't really pick sides. I want to be neutral so I can have as many fans as I can. No, it wasn't even that. It was like that in my real life. I wouldn't pick sides in my real life in front of people. Even if I liked somebody or I hated somebody, I wouldn't even voice my opinion about it. Because I knew that there's two things that'll fuck up a relationship in your life. And one is politics. So I had friendships fucked up over politics before. I lost supporters over politics. I lost friends over politics. And I lost family members over politics, man. And I'm not willing, I wasn't willing to go that route in my life. And then all this shit happened with Donald Trump. And when he got fucking shot with that whole thing, fight, it pushed me 100% that way. I can't help it. I can't help how I feel. All these people say, oh, you know what? Like, you could go around and you can fucking suck people off. You can shoot up drugs in the street. You could be fucking homeless and take shits in front of... You could take a shit on the top of, like, a fucking district attorney's car or a fucking sheriff's car right in front of him, and you're probably not going to get arrested or in trouble. But, like... if you wear a MAGA hat or Make America Great Again, you might get pounced the fuck out depending upon where you are in New York or anywhere else that's like that. Think about that for a second, So, like, yeah, coming out and saying, oh, I like Trump and I support him, I'm going to vote for him, and I'm talking about him now, like every fucking night I go live, like I was and am, like I lost people. Plain and simple. You know what I mean? And... that's okay. I mean, what are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was worried about being an entertainer and maximizing views and money, I would have been like, you know what? I got to play the double line on this, bro. I got to maybe show a little support, but also make sure that I act like I push back on things. And I'm a center. I'm a centrance. I'm a centrix, whatever the fuck you call it. What is that? I don't know how to say it. But yeah, I honestly, I fell in love. Listen, I always kind of liked and hated Trump already before all this shit happened with him. And they did all this crazy shit to him. And then when he got shot, it pushed me in that direction 150%, man. When he fucking stood there and said, fight. I never seen anything like it in my life. And I was a Reagan kid. I grew up like feeling like Reagan was my grandfather that ran the country, and we're okay with Reagan, bro, because like how he was with Russia and all the things that happened with him, where he was like, tear down that wall, and all the things that he did, and how the country felt underneath him, powerful, and like, this guy's in the lead, That's how people felt, or that's how I thought people felt, and I felt when I was a kid and he was president. Right? And I was like 10, 11 when he left office. So I could remember it a little, right? Trump, the first time around, felt like that a little bit, right? And then COVID hit, and it was like, all right, you know what? He's holding a press conference every night, and it feels good he's leading, and he's taking care of this problem that he didn't create. And he's doing the best he can. He's got all these people around him. He's on TV every 5 minutes. He's updating us. He's shutting down shit. And then all of a sudden, that election happens. All this weird shit goes on, and he's not president anymore. You know what I mean? And it was like, all that shit and how it went down made me even more for him. And I couldn't help it. Even if I liked him, I hated him. At that point, I didn't hate him anymore. I thought, holy fuck, man, this guy really is, like, ordained, bro. Like, this guy literally just went like this and missed the bullet. He just went like this. He just went like this. And a bullet misses him. instead of killing him. He just went like this. And history changes. He just went like this. And all of history changed. If he didn't go like this, we'd have a totally different history right now. We'd probably be in fucking utter World War III. The world might be over. Who knows? But these are things that push me to him. And then hearing things like what these Democrats fucking say and the things they support. How could I be with these people? How could I not like Trump? How could I not be for Trump? You know what I mean? How could I not fucking forgive people for the shit they did to me in the past? And how could I not expect them to forgive me if I forgive them for the shit that I did? Like, whatever. It's like, whatever. You didn't kill my fucking family, bro. So, like, all right, it's all good. It is what it is, man. Like, life is too fucking short to hold grudges. Like, get over it. You know? Get over it. At this point in my life, man, and like I said before, I'm experiencing grieving like I've never, like, I missed my mom, but I went into take care of my father mode. So I barely got to grieve my mom because all I did was pay attention to my father, who was fucked up because he lost my mother. And I took care of him for a year and a half and he died. And then now I'm like 5 months out of it, and I'm like just starting to come out of this like fucking fucked up fog that I've been in for the last 2 years. And I'm like waking up in the morning, going to work, and when I wake up, I'm like, did I dream all this? And then I'm like, nope, I didn't. Nope, I'm fucking 40-something years old, and my parents are dead, and I work every day in my life, and I take care of my family, and this is where I'm at. And I'm not upset with that. Like, I'm not like, my life it never was what it should be, and I know. No, I'm good. I like my life. I enjoy what I got. I enjoy the little shit I got. I do. I don't need any more. And I don't want any less. Right? But, it's like, you know, it's sucks waking up every morning and the first thing on your fucking mind is, oh, my mom and dad just died. Like, that's the first fucking thing on my mind every fucking morning. Every morning, the first thing I wake up, I think of my parents, man, they're fucking dead. And I think of my father. I see my father dying every fucking morning. I see my father dying. It's fucked up. I don't know if it's going to last forever. I don't know if I'm always going to see it. But I see him taking his last breath because I was right there for it. And it was a very, like, fucked up moment because we knew it and we waited so long for it. Like 2.5 weeks. And he was just stretching it out and fucking slowly passing away, dying. And it was, like, fucking horrific. It was hospice and it was fucking horrible. And he finally, like, took his last breath, and I was on the couch sleeping in front of him, and he was on his medical bed, and my sister was in the room with her husband in my father's bed, and my wife was upstairs sleeping, and my kids were upstairs in their rooms, and I was asleep on the couch, and my sister got up and came in there or walked by me to go in the kitchen, and I, like, saw her, and I went back to sleep. And then 2 seconds later, I hear her go, Kenny! And I look out, and I see her, and I look, and she's over my father, and she's like, I think he's dying. And I'm like, you know how many times my sister did this over a 2-week time? She did it about 700 times. So I looked at her, and I went, like, shut the fuck up. He's not dying yet. This guy's got another 5 weeks left in him. And I got up, and I walked over there, and I saw him. And this is the part that, like, is stuck in my fucking brain, is my dad, who was like this strong fucking dude who used to knock motherfuckers out in front of me and was like a brick shithouse, shriveled up on a hospital bed, just shriveled up like this and going like this, and his arms opened up and he fucking stiffened up and went like he was gasping for air, and he just let go, and he died. And I keep reliving it and reliving it and reliving it every morning I wake up. Every day I'm working, I'll be doing my shit. I'll be going, moving around, and I'll be like, maybe have my earphones in, whistling to music, and just being like, just into your shit, and then it hits me, and then I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I fucking enjoying my life? Why am I whistling and having a good time right now? Like, what am I doing, bro? Like, and I know it's like, well, yeah, dude, enjoy your life, bro. Like, you're working. You should be able to walk around with a little skip in your step. Like, you're working and, you're doing your thing and you're out. And why feel like shit? You know what I mean? Just because your dad died fucking 6 months ago. But I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know. And guys, you guys know me, man. I'm usually good with this shit. Like, I've cried on shows before in the past for shit. We've lost people and I've been emotional and shit, right? But I'm cried out, man. Like, I haven't cried much, like, but I it's beyond that. It's beyond, like, weeping and crying. It's beyond that at this point. It's just, I'm mad that I gotta fucking think of this every day, but I would not change a thing, because you know why? It's the hardest fucking thing I ever did in my life so far, is to be there for my dad when he died. But that's what he asked of me and my sister and my family. He wanted to be home, did not want to be in a hospital. That's why he did hospice. That's why we all waited around for him to die for 2 weeks, and it was torture watching him die, and I'm sure it was worse for him. So I sucked it up and I did it. And I think, man, I got a battle fucking wound, bro, big. It's a gaping fucking twat of a scar. And I'm hurt right now. I'm fucked up and I'm grieving. I really am. And I'm thinking like I never think. And I'm feeling like I never feel, okay? And I'm like, but I had to do it. I had to do it for my father, because the dude did so much shit for me as a kid and a man that it's like, yo, he asked this thing for you to do. He knew it was going to be hard for you to be there and to do it, but he needed you to do it for him. And I was right there holding his hand when he died, or like, held his hand like as soon as I could. So I did it, and I do it again. I did it, and I would do it 100 times over again, even though it really is fucking me up. I never experienced anything like it, man. I never had anybody die in my arms. Like, my mom did, and then my father did. But the way my father died, like, my mom died basically in my arms, like where she was like dying of heart failure, and like I helped put her on a gurney with the ambulance people, and then like she was still alive when they were like carrying her away, but she died like right there. They told us later on. But when my father died, like I explained to you guys, it was really fucking dramatic and fucked up. It was everything that, like, as fucked up as it was like a movie. My father didn't do anything quietly. He sure as hell didn't die quietly, I'll tell you that. Like, so, I had to do it. We all had to do it. Thank God I had my wife and my sister there, so. But, sore. That's funny, bro. Crying shows your strength. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I used to be a mama's boy pussy, where I would used to cry over the littlest fucking shit, man, when I was like a young kid. And I was a little bit of a bitch ass. And the tough guys that I would be around, they would know that I was like a little bit of a bitch ass, but there was also this side to me that they would give me respect, because they knew that I, like, yeah, I don't know if they thought that I was tough or anything, but they knew I had this thing where I could throw down, you know what I mean, or something like that. Not like that I was a good fighter or anything, but just that if I was pushed far enough, I think they knew that I would fight, you know what I mean, these dudes that I was around. But fucking Oh, fucking Tommy. Christ. Wait, hold on, guys. Fuck. Hold on. Let me just... Oh, God. Yeah, hey man, thanks for bringing up Muggsy. Yeah, my dog, bro. That was crazy. My fucking dog goes has to be put down the next day too. Like, or it wasn't the next day. It was like 2 or 3 days later. It was the same day my father was buried. The day my father was buried, we woke up that morning, had my suit ready, had everything ready to go. It was ice fucking cold out, right? And I was fucking out of it. And we woke up and I look over and I knew the dog was fucked up before that, but I didn't think it would be to the point where we had to like bring him to the vet to put him down. And I look over and his dog was just fucked up, man, and just couldn't move, bro. And I was like, what the fuck? This dog usually is, bouncing off the fucking walls, but yeah, that was it, man. And he spent all his time, like we would all be downstairs around my father thinking he was going to die. And the dog, we would hear like tip, like, when a dog's nails hit like a wooden floor, you hear like, I hear that like tiptoeing behind me, and I look, and there's this little dog just walking in, looking around like, can I, and he walks up to the bed and looks up at my father's bed and looks at all of us, and just, he had this way of like hovering and hopping up from wherever he was. He could jump like 5 feet high for a little dog, bro. It was crazy. And he just jumps up and lands on my father's bed and just, and when my father was coherent, before he was like really fucked up on the drugs and almost dying, he saw the dog jump up and he was like, no, you can let him up here with me. And he would pet him and shit. And this went on for 2 weeks. The dog kept coming down. Like 4 a.m, we're all down there because my father's not breathing right. And we think he might be dying, and we're all down there. And there's no one up in the house. We got everything closed and locked and quiet. My kids are upstairs sleeping. And I hear this dog coming down again, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this guy, he just wants to be down here, and he never, ever would go down there, ever before that. So it was weird. And now I have his urn sitting in the fucking living room. It's sad, man. I miss that little fucking dog. He was a good dog. I hated little dogs, man. Shannon had this little dog when I was dating her. And she was always like, this is my biscuit. And I'd be like, get that fucking rat rodent away from me. Like, that's not a dog. All right? Get that fucking thing away from me. But I got to say, when we adopted this little dog, right, we went to get it, we were looking at another dog first. And I hesitated because I was like, let's look around a little bit more. And by the time we got back to that dog, and my kids wanted it, another family was looking at it, and I was like, uh-oh, and my kids are like, Daddy, that dog's gonna be adopted by another, you messed up, and I'm like, all right, everybody relax, and then that family takes the dog, and now they're in the room with the dog, like, playing with it and shit, and that's, like, the next stage to when you probably are gonna adopt it, and they all start flipping out, and I'm like, relax. Let's go into the room again and look around again. There's no other dogs, and that's Max. That's the dog we wanted Max. We're gonna name him. And I'm like, shut the fuck. No, I wasn't like that, but I was like, let's go in there and look around. So we look around again, and we see this cage that we didn't see the first time with these 3 little dogs in it. And there's like 2 dogs up front, like looking at us. These little fucking miniature, like little baby chihuahuas, like this big, bro, puppies, right? And they're at the front of the gate going, row, row. And this one dog, its eyes were crossed. I swear to God, it was like, row, row. And I was like, oh God, now are these the retarded dogs? Like, and my daughter spots like this dog in his little ears, and we look in the cage, and the dog that we wound up getting, which was Muggsy, was in the back of the cage, like laying there, like all timid and like not barking and not like up in the front of the cage and seeing who's around, just in the back, like just looking miserable and scared. And my daughter spotted that when I picked her up, and she went, oh, look at that one, Daddy. He doesn't want to be in there. And she's like, I want to see that dog. And we grabbed him, and that was it, man. When we brought him into the room with us, oh no, we put him up on this little stand, all of us, and he was scared shitless at first, but then once he saw my kids, he like came to life, man. It was crazy. His tail started going, and he went right up to the kid and started licking them. And I was like, all right, this dog definitely has a heart, because as soon as he spotted kids, he was like, oh, like I love kids, you know? He was scared because he was in a cage and he heard barking and there were no humans around, and he probably, you know. So it turned out to be a good thing. And fuck that other dog. Probably fucking died anyway. Nah, I'm just kidding. That dog definitely died because it's been like fucking 15 years, I think. So, yeah. Kind of like Tommy's crotch. Died 15 years ago. I have no bud. Doesn't that suck? I have no marijuana bud. Well, actually, I have bud. I have this. I'll show you guys what I got for the pot smokers that watch. I got this little rolled up pre-rolled joint. It's got a glass tip on it. It's pretty cool. And it's a pre-roll, so I could smoke this. It's bud. But I don't have like bud that I normally pack into a bong and smoke every day for my neck, my back, and all my pains that I have instead of taking pain medication. And I fucking hate not having marijuana. But I don't get paid till Tuesday, so I gotta fucking wait, because everything is so fucking expensive, and I go and buy a pack of cigarettes and gas, and it's like, or lunch for the day, and it's like, oh, you spent fucking $70 for gas, cigarettes, and lunch, and you're broke for the rest of the week. There you go. And I'm like, fuck, man. So I might just have to like take a little couple of tokes out of this, and this will be my bud for now. But I'd rather smoke a bong. But hey, you can't do what you can't do. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to sacrifice in life. You know what I mean? So we sacrifice, and we're gonna smoke this little tippity tipper, and we'll see how it is. Supposedly it's really good. This is the pineapple. Not express, pineapple something else. Pineapple something else. Does it say it on here? Does it say it? No, don't say it. It says it on my phone because I got the receipt. But I'm going to do a social. So if you guys want to do a social right now, you got a beer, you got a drink, you got a candy bar, you got a bong, you got coke, you got crack, you got heroin, you got this, you got meth, you got fucking mushrooms, you got fucking acid, you got fucking whatever you got. Let's all. I remember somebody back in the day when people used to watch, a lot of people. I remember somebody going, yeah, when he does like a fucking social, bro, he's like, everybody do it at the same time. It's so fucking stupid. Like, that does anything. And I'm like, dude, like, of course it doesn't do anything, you dick. But like, it fucking, it's like a toast. Like, people drinking at the same time. It doesn't matter what they're drinking. They could be drinking, one guy could be drinking beer, the other one could be drinking milk. It doesn't matter, but you're making a toast and you're doing the gesture of drinking or smoking or doing something together. And that's what it means to me. Together. That's why I do it. That's why I say it. I'm not just saying it so everybody could just do a social. No, I like show respect to the people that watch me and watch our shit, and that's where it came from, out of showing respect to the fucking people. And the people that are on the stream with me, too. Like, hey, this one goes out to everybody. You know, I'm not just going to sit here and fucking eat and drink and smoke and be a glutton fuck. And, well, you're just sitting there like, yo, can I get some? Like, no, motherfucker, we all can get some. The fuck? God. Guys, YR and Scott McKinnon will be on in 20 minutes. I just want to let you guys know. We're bringing them on for a special interview tonight. Nah, I'm just kidding. Watch, that'll happen on someone else's channel tomorrow now. Just kidding. Come on. That's fucking. Come on. Come on. There you go, Tommy. There you go, Tommy. Come on, Tom. Shit's pretty good. I ain't never smoked no shit like this before, man. I mean, I smoked some shit before, but I ain't never smoked no shit like this before, man. I mean, goddamn, man. I mean, goddamn, man. I mean, goddamn, man. I ain't never smoked no shit like this before. What the fuck am I smoking? I ain't never smoked no shit like this before, man. Oh my god, man. Let's do a fucking social. Yeah. He got a pee stain right where his dick is. Yeah. Come on, let's do a fucking social. Yeah. Let's do an anti-social. Let's do the anti-social. Are you anti-social? Let's do the anti-social. Get up in the anti-social. Motherfucker anti-social. Is you an anti-social? Get up and do an anti. Yo, we do a fucking anti-social. Motherfucker is an anti-social.
Guess what Shannon wants me to do?
Guys, guess what with the next thing that Shannon's like, oh, you know, we should really fix this or do that. And when she says something like that, it turns into, okay, like the whole fucking thing now. So the latest is she wants me to install a new tub in my house, which I've never done before. But I've done other shit like that, so I don't think it would be that big, like that hard of a thing. But I'm like, so a person I know that does stuff like that for a living told me, bro, I'm telling you right now, unless you hire somebody to come in and do it and pay the money, you're going to do the tub, and then it's going to lead to this, to this, to this, to this, to this. And you're going to wind up just redoing the entire fucking bathroom. And it's going to cost you the money that you would have spent anyway. And I was like, really? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, no, I'm just doing just the tub. He's like, the tubs will lead to the fucking, will lead to the tiles, will lead to the walls, will lead to the ceiling, will lead to the, let's redo the. And I'm like, no. I'm just doing the tub, and that's it. No, I'm telling you, man, I know my job. I know this for a living. It's going to lead to all this other shit, because, like, if the tub don't line up to the old tiles or the floor, you're going to have to. And I'm like, yeah, of course I'm going to have to do that little shit. But, like, I'm not going to fucking just do the entire bathroom over. I'm telling you, man, yeah, you are. Okay, let's see. So, we'll see what happens. I'm going to do it at the end of the summer when my girls go back to college and they're out of the house. Because this is the first time ever that both my girls will be at college now away. And literally me and Shannon will be in an empty fucking house. Which is weird. I mean, we could fuck everywhere we want, but we're going to be in an empty fucking house, man. That is going to be the weirdest fucking shit. So that's when I'm going to do it. So I'm going to gut the the bathtub area. Not the bathroom. Just that little area. And I'm going to take out the tub, and I'm going to redo it, and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? I'm probably going to do it live on my channel. Where I'll, like, just do it live, man. I'm just going to go live on my camera and put it in there with me. Remodeling. You want to watch motherfuckers remodel? We'll do it live. This goes out. This fucking shit goes out fast. It's really good, though, I got to say. Pineapple, man. You can. Wait, hold on. I gotta put it out. I'm high. I'm really high. Holy shit, that really got me fucked up. Look, shit's good, man. There's only like 3 hits and I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. Damn.
Oh, come along. Get up, Harry. Come on, let's go.
I will bend for you.
Turn the lights down. Turn the lights down.
Turn the lights down, all right? What are you guys doing on a Sunday, huh? I just popped on out of nowhere, right? I didn't interrupt nothing, right? There's really nothing going on anymore on Sunday nights for me. It's like, I can go to work tomorrow if I want. Again. But I was like, I should at least get one day off because I have to go to my back doctor. I get epidurals in my neck once every month. And tomorrow is my scheduled day for it. And sometimes I don't go. Like, I'll skip because I'm like, skip. And I'm like, my neck's good. I don't need it. But this month, my neck has been all right. But, like, the last 3 days, I can't even look left sometimes. But I'm going to go tomorrow instead of going to work. And I was like, you know what? I'll go to work on Monday. But I was like, no, fuck that. I'm going to go to the doctor and get the epidural and just take a day off. Because I haven't had a day off in fucking, like 13 days. So I'm like, fuck it. So then I was like, I did all this shit today, man. If you guys saw how much wood that I cut up from the trees in my front of my house that I've been slowly taking big ass branches down from, bro, you guys should have seen how I got some of these branches down. It is so fucked up. Shannon's got me on camera on one of them. And I got to show you guys the video because it almost killed me. But yeah, there's been some dangerous shit. Like, I literally have been sawing shit from like 40 feet down because I have this saw that goes on a pole. And I've been like sawing shit from like 30 feet down, and I'll hear like, and I'll fucking go and run. And a couple of times where the limbs have literally come down and then caught another limb and then have swung. And you're talking like, I didn't know they were that, I didn't know limbs were this heavy, but holy fucking shit, man. Like at least 3 times out of like the 15 times I took limbs down, at least 3 of them, I almost got guillotined no matter which way I ran. Today I moved my car out of the way because I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me just move my car. It wasn't in the way, really. And you know what? Like, it really wasn't in the way. And if somebody was here with me and saw it, they would have been like, nah, you're all right. But I moved it anyway, right? And I swear to you, it caught another limb on the way down and swung right to where my car would have been. And it would have fucking put a hole in the car. Because it's a glass top car. So it would have just bashed it the fuck out. And I was like, oh, thank God I moved that. And then I spent the next 2 hours cutting fucking wood up. Shannon's like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is like 7 o'clock at night. I'm still cutting wood out in the front yard. How crazy am I? I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I just keep going. But I was out there cutting wood, and now I have a fucking stack of wood like this high off the ground that I can burn during the summer in my fire pit that I just made. So like, I have a cool fire pit on the other side of the house, and I plan to like cook on it and do marshmallows. I'm building benches around it, and I'll go live over there one of these nights and show you guys everything because it's really cool how I did it over there. It's got that swing set. Do you guys remember that swing set back in the day that I had at my other house where I used to, during COVID, I was out there every day sitting on this swing set just being like, somebody give me a gun. But I took that swing set and brought it to this house, right? And I left it in the yard because as soon as I moved here, my mom died and we were all fucked up and I had to move my father and I had to do this and sell that. And so I just put this thing in the backyard of the house and left it there, and weeds grew around it, dog shit by it, and the wood looked like it was rotting away. And I was like, there's no way I'm putting that fucking thing back up. And I told Shannon once, like, too, I was like, yeah, that thing, I just got to get rid of it. And she was like, are you serious? And I'm like, Shannon, it's been fucking sitting out there. Why don't we put it together? My mom and dad died. Like, I had no time to do anything. No, you're right. I'm sorry. Like, all right, if you want to throw it away. And I was like, you know what? I felt bad. I went back there one day and I picked these things up one piece at a time, which I found all the stuff that I had to put it back together again. All the pieces that went to this big swing set, like these nuts and bolts, these big ass nuts and bolts, right? I found all of them in a bag, but they were rusted. And I'm like, I can't use this shit. And I'm not going to the store and fucking buying all new ones and sizing them and all this shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm just sinking screws into this shit. And I got these really long screws that I had. and I put the whole thing together, and I made sure that it was like put together really good, and I power washed it and painted it. And my wife came home from work one day, and she walked in the backyard and was like, holy shit. And I was like, there you go. I saved it. And she was like, damn, really? And I was like, yeah. I fucking went and bought spray paint, power washed it, and sprayed it, and it fucking looks beautiful. And I set up all kinds of lights, and I put like concrete tiling down and shit all around, and I put the garden down, and I did all this crazy shit back there. So I'm going to go live eventually back there with a nice fire. And I'll just do I'll do the stream from around the fire eventually during the summer. So you guys can see that area and shit. Because it really did come out good. And, like, I never owned a home. You know what I mean? Like, I always rented shit. You know, for fucking 10 years, man, I rented that other house. And it wasn't mine, but I made it look good. And I did nice shit to it. And I put money into it like it was my house. I did that anyway. I didn't give a fuck. Painted, fucking I put a staircase on the back deck because the fucking landlord couldn't come over and do it, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and he kept telling me, yeah, I'll be over next week. Yeah, I'll be over next week. Yeah, I'm like, dude, I have to hop down fucking 3 feet every morning off the deck to walk the dog. Like, can you just build the staircase? Because it broke. The original one was made out of brick. And my brother-in-law, shout out to Badusa G, was at my house for a barbecue and takes a step down, and the whole thing falls apart, and he falls and almost kills himself. And I'm like, you should sue the whole entire fucking homeowner's insurance, because this guy doesn't give a fuck. And I told him that those stairs are shit and they're falling apart and it's dangerous for months. And then my brother-in-law wipes his ass off in the thing and almost dies. And I tell this guy this. There's no staircase there now. The bricks are all fucked up. I moved them to the side. It needs a staircase. Do you want me to build it and I'll take it off the rent? Or do you want to come here and do it? I'll come there and do it. Because he's always want to save money, this guy. He'll go climb 50 feet in a tree to cut a fucking limb like a sicko just to save a couple of bucks. It's weird. But he's like, I'm going to do it. He never did it. So finally, I was like, fuck this. I went to Home Depot, bought the wood, came home, built the staircase. It was just 3 steps and put railings on it. And I built them on the rent. And I was like, you want to be a prick? $300. And he was like, what's this $300 minus? I go, here's the receipt. I had to build a staircase. I told you I was coming to do it. I go, bro, you've been telling me that for 5 weeks. No, it has not been. And I'm like, here's the proof. And I showed him a snapshot of my phone the first time I texted him about it. We need a new staircase and the date. And I said, how many weeks is that? Oh, yeah. And I was like, So that guy was a fucking asshole. So it's nice to own your own shit. And I don't really own it. It's half mine and half my sister's. But I live in the bitch. So I take pride in it. And every time I do something around this house, I say to myself in my mind, how do you like it, Dad? Because that's all I did with him the last like 10 years. I lived down the block, and I would go to work, and on my break I would come to my parents' house and I'd help my father plant the garden or power wash the side of the garage or paint the inside thing for him, or like, because he was getting older, and I never really did that shit with him as a kid. Like, I mean, I used to mow the lawn and shit and paint with him, but like, I was taking care of him and helping him, and I enjoyed doing it for 10 years, you know. And he didn't even really need my help for 10 years, like, but I did it anyway. But now I do it by myself, or just with Shannon, really. Like, well, by myself, really, but Shannon helped me plant the garden, which was insane amount of shit. And I'm like, we're not planting the garden my father used to plant. And Shannon was like, why can't we? And I'm like, I'm not fucking planting a fucking crop. Like, I'm not doing that. This is not a farm. My father had all this other area planted corn and fuck. I'm like, I'm not doing that. And she was like, all right. So we used like half the area. I'm like, we had so much fucking fruit and vegetables, we had to give it away. And it got to a point where we couldn't give it to anybody because we already gave people so much shit. And we had so much tomatoes and cucumbers that it was like, we have to throw it away after a while. It just sat there because we had so much already. Like, it was crazy. Fucking crazy shit. So I'm like, I don't want to do that again where we just have an overabundance of shit and we can't get rid of it. Like, let's, keep it down to a minimum, for Christ's sake. But cucumbers are great. I'll grow a ton of those. Because you could always, you know, and people like tomatoes. I don't really eat tomatoes. I like tomato sauce with spaghetti every once in a while or like something like that. But I'm not a tomato guy. I don't like it on sandwiches. You know, I'm not a tomato guy. You know, once in a while I'll cut up a tomato and put salt and pepper on it and eat it maybe. Or maybe once in a while I'll get it on a sandwich. Right? But I never get it on burgers. I never get it. I don't like it really. But we grow about 9,000 of them. So, but cucumbers I love because that you could just fucking cut up and eat all the time, and they're shaped like a cock, so you could just shove it in your butt. And we grow a lot of those too, so those are good. And then we have like eggplant, and Shannon makes a hell of eggplant parmesan, and she made it fresh last year with the eggplants from the yard, and she took these things and flattened them in like something where she put something on top of them heavy to flatten them out and drain like the oil, and then she took them and fried them and fucking put some parmesan on it and fucking sauce, and oh my god, shit was fucking good. So that I like too. And then I grow like hot peppers. I have like a couple of hot peppers out there right now. I got ghost peppers and habaneros or some other shit. So I'm looking forward to all that shit. And everything's growing already, man. It got pretty hot here the last like 2 weeks, especially the last like 3 days. It got like humid fucking hot in the 90s, which in June, that's pretty hot for us here. And the fucked up thing is it rained a lot last month here, more than normal, right? Way more than normal. And everybody's saying that, oh yeah, since it rained so much, the ground is so moist and the heat is so hot that it's going to cause like a fucking, where the humidity is going to go through the roof. And I'm telling you, the humidity was going through the roof the last 3 days because I was out in it. And it didn't feel hot. And I had to wear a sweatshirt at one point, right, in the morning. But I got to tell you, by fucking 10 o'clock, I was fucking dying of heat. I was like, holy shit. I gotta take this fucking sweatshirt off. Jesus. Yo, anybody ever get a sty? You know what a sty is in your eye? Like you get it on your eyelid. It's like a pimple kind of thing, but it hurts like a motherfucker. I got one. I can't believe I got one. And it hurts like a fucking bitch. Or else I got hit in the eye with a pebble today when I was weed whacking. Holy shit, I think I did. I didn't. I got hit in the eye today when I was weed whacking. I forgot all about it. And I was just feeling my eye thinking, oh man, I got a sty. It's not even a sty. It's where I fucking smash my fucking motherfucking eye. My fucking eye. Sorry about that, folks. Sabada. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, guys. So sorry. Yeah. So, yeah, yo, hello. Do you like pina colada and getting fucked in the ass? Do you like making love at midnight with the cold wind on your ass? Do you like making love in your butthole? Will you cheat on your diet? Guys, I lost more weight again. I think I might have cancer, you son of a bitch. Yeah, but I lost more weight again, man. I'm down to 247. 247. And I will not stop till I get down to 240. 240. You know what I mean? Ow, man, that shit fucking hurts, man. Ooh, I like that. Sounds good. Spinach, tomato, and cheese. Yeah, that does sound good, bro. But yeah, you know, I don't really fuck with the tomatoes. Those mini tomatoes are pretty good, though. I like those mini fucks. They look like mini grapes, like tomato grapes. You know what I mean? Chicken cordon, fuck me blue. Let me tell you something, bro. My father would come home from work, and he'd get a 12-pack of Tall Boy Budweisers, right? And every single beer would be cracked open and poured into a mug, like a beer mug, like a glass. It would always be a beer glass mug, right? Or a glass, but it had to be a beer glass, right? And he would then, once he would suck down the first 3 beers, which was pretty fucking fast, he would start to get like in the mood where he would put on his music, right? And he would be like, what am I going to cook tonight for dinner? What am I going to cook? And I was like 17, and I'd be like coming home from school or out with my friends, and I'd walk by him and be like, what are you doing? And he'd be like, what do you want for dinner tonight? And I'd be like, oh, I don't know if I'm eating home tonight. And he'd be like, no, eat home tonight. I'm going to make something good. And I'd be like, what are you going to make that? And he'd be like, I'm going to make chicken cordon bleu. And I'd be like, what? What the fuck? What is that? And he'd be like, oh, you'll see. And do you want, I'm like, all right, I'll eat at home. And I go back up into my room, play a video game or whatever. And like 2 hours later, I'd hear my father down there singing doo-wops and fucking cooking and doing all the shit that he does. And I'd hear him go, dinner's ready, come down. And I'd be like, all right, fuck, let me go down and eat, right? So I come down and I'm like, holy fucking shit what this guy made, bro. Like, he took this chicken and fucking put, like, ham and cheese in it and wrapped it and put, like, these toothpicks through it and put this sauce on it and baked it and then put it on the stove and then fucking put it on the barbecue and put this stuff and made asparagus and made this. And I was like, holy fuck. You know, my father was doing that for like a good 15 years every fucking day. He'd come home from work and suck down a 12-pack of Tall Boys and then go back for more after dinner. He'd feed everybody in the house, clean up the whole entire living room, and then he'd go fucking back and get another 6-pack of Tall Boys, drink those, and then finally knock the fuck out, wake up the next morning at like 6 in the morning, go to work all fucking day long, come home and do the same exact thing again during the weeknights, get plastered drunk, go back to bed, wake up in the morning, go to work like nothing happened, come home, drink his first 3 beers, put on his fucking music, cook again, and do the same shit again. And he would do it all the fucking time. Do it all the fucking time for like 15, 16 years straight. And, you know, like, you know, I mean, he had a fucking belly that was out the fucking here. He looked like a pregnant woman. And my father was never fat. He was always like a skinny fuck. But he had this beer belly at this point, and we were like, man, you don't stop drinking beer, bro. Like, damn. You know? And I used to give him shit about it, too. I used to be like, Dad, like, man, you fucking going overboard, bro. Like, how many beers you have tonight? Because I'd see them all lined up in the corner over there. And he'd be like, oh, come on, like 5. And I'd be like, 5? There's like fucking 15 over there. And he's like, oh, come on, it's less than a case. And I'd be like, Dad, they're fucking Tall Boys. They're 32 ounces a piece. You're buying a 12-pack of them. And then you're going back for another 6-pack. Like, what the fuck, man? He'd be like, you're not my fucking father. And I'd be like, and I'd just walk away and mind my own business. But he stopped drinking in 2008. He stopped cold turkey because he got sick. I think something happened with his toe. My father had to have his toe amputated because he had Agent Orange from Vietnam, and he had to prove it, which he did years later. But they took his toe off, and when they took his toe off, he stopped drinking for that week. And when he was better, he was like, no, I'm never drinking again. I was like, you're going to drink again. He never did, ever again. The guy never fucking had not even a beer or not even a sip of hard alcohol, nothing. Because we would go out, we would go to Atlantic City, and he would come and play cards, and we would go to weddings, we would go to bars, and I'd be like, Dad, come on, have a drink, and he would just never do it. No, I'm not drinking it. I don't want to feel like shit. Nah. And I'd be like, damn, man, this motherfucker really did quit. And he quit. He never drank again for like 25 years that he was alive after that. Oh, no, it wasn't 25 years. It was since 07, 08, so however long that was. Like almost 20 years. I gotta turn this off. Hold on. So annoying. It's so annoying. Look, the fucking thing's been off this whole time. I mean, like, and I'm hearing, and I'm like, the fucking thing's still on. Duh. It's fucking noisy. Oh, God, what'd they do? Mets playing the worst team in baseball right now. Oh, my God, bro. They won 13-5 tonight. Holy shit. The Mets had 17 fucking hits in Colorado. The Mets are now 42-24. I repeat, the Mets are 42-24. They are in first place by 4.5 games over the Phillies and 11 games over the Nationals. And the Braves are 27-37, having one of the worst seasons they've had in a long fucking time, which I'm shocked about. But the next good team in the National League is the Cubs at 40-25. And then you got the Dodgers next with 39-27. Padres 37-27. But the Mets, best team in National League right now. Is it going to stay that way? I doubt it. Will the Mets be in first place? I doubt it. I mean, listen, they're good, but injuries happen, shit happens, and you can't guarantee that a team's going to keep a lead, and it's a slim lead. So, no, I don't know if they'll stay in first place, but hey, you never know. They're building listen, the Mets have only in their history made the playoffs back-to-back seasons one time, all right? So the Mets don't make playoffs twice in a row, 2 years in a row. They never do it. They only did it one time, and that was in 2015. They went to the World Series, and the next season they made the playoffs again. They snuck in by one game, and they made the playoffs the next season. So that is the only time ever that the Mets have made it to the playoffs back-to-back seasons. And if they do it this year, it'll be only the second time since their existence, and they've been in the league since 1962. So do the math. It never happens. So the odds are they probably won't even make the fucking playoffs, and they're 42-24, which you would think, damn, they're doing really good. But listen, this is the Mets, all right? So it is what it is. They're in first place right now. That's great. But we'll see what happens by the end of the season. Pete Alonso is an absolute beast, and if you know baseball, you watch baseball, you know that this guy will never get an MVP because Shohei Ohtani is now in the National fucking League, and guys like Pete Alonso who are on fucking fire this year. The guy is on fire. He's got almost 60 RBIs already. He's not even in June. I mean, he's barely in June, right? So he'll never get an MVP because you got Shohei Ohtani here, and he's going to get it every fucking year. And he came over from the American League where he dominated and won the national. I mean, the guy won, he never won a World Series, but he won MVPs and pitched in the American League for years. Comes over to the National League, and now he runs it. Runs the National League. So guys like Pete Alonso, guys like Soto, guys like Lindor, these guys that are on the Mets, they'll never win an MVP during the regular season. It just won't happen. You got Shohei Ohtani there. Every person's going to vote for him. He's God, and every writer and every person who votes, they love him. He's the greatest thing since fucking sliced bread. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I really don't give a fuck about him. Okay? So it is what it is. And hey, listen, if you're a Dodgers fan and you're an Ohtani fan, then hey, listen, the guy's great. He is. He's fucking great. I can't deny it. But he's not a Met, so fuck him. I don't give a shit about him. All right? And it pisses me off that Pete Alonso will never be an MVP. And he'll probably leave the Mets, too, because he's on a walk year, and he's having a fucking unbelievable season. He'll probably leave us. Happy birthday to me, right? The fuck do I know? Just a year older. But, yeah, they won tonight big time. And I'd love to see who did what on that game. Let's see. Let me see. What do we got here? What did Pete do? What did Big Pete do? Let's see. Lindor, no RBIs. Pete Alonso, 4 RBIs tonight. 4 fucking RBIs. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs tonight for Pete Alonso. The guy's a beast. The guy's a beast. Let's see what he's got like all together now on the season, because this kid is just on fucking fire, man, this year. Holy shit. He's got, let me see here, 15 home runs and 57 RBIs already. Last year he had 88 RBIs and he played the whole year. He's almost there. I mean, he's almost fucking at 60. So, and he's not even at the All-Star break. His highest total in RBIs was 131. That was in 22. So, he's going to have a monster fucking year, this guy, man. He really is fucking good, man. But he'll never be an MVP. Never. Because you got that fucking Babe Ruth motherfucker in L.A. And the fucking NBA Finals. Like, what
Today,
the fuck?
the Pacers lost to the Thunder 123-107.
So the series is tied up 1 game all. NBA Finals, Pacers lose 107-123. The Thunder, who everybody was picking, Vegas was picking since the semifinals, because nobody, I mean, some people picked them, but they are 1-1. And, I thought that the Pacers played such a good game 1, and they beat the Knicks, and then they played them game 1 and beat them. It's like, yo, watch out for these Pacers, bro. And the Thunder come right back, man, and win game 2. So that's big for the Thunder, because if they would have lost that game, the Thunder, I think the Pacers would definitely have the upper hand and win the whole fucking thing. But the Thunder pulls even, and I think the Thunder will definitely win this series and become the champs. And the NHL playoffs, we all know about that, right?
Tomorrow, the Oilers will play the Panthers at 8 p.m. Last Friday, the Panthers beat the Oilers 5-4. The Oilers will play the Panthers on Thursday at 8 p.m.
So there you go. Series tied up 1 game all. Game 3 tomorrow, 8 p.m. Someone's going to take the edge. And I think it'll be the Oilers are going to win the Cup. Put your money on the Oilers. They are going to win the Cup. There is no fucking way they are going to lose to Florida 2 years in a row. There's no way. Florida is not as good as they were last year, I don't think. You could say, yes, they are. They were in the Stanley Cup Finals again. Well, listen, they got to win the Cup to be as good as they were last year, okay? Number 1. Number 2, they got a little rat scumbag on their team who used to be on the Boston Bruins. This little fucking rat fuck who likes to lick people. So I don't want them to win. Number 1. Number 2, they already won. Get the fuck out of the way. And you know what? I don't want to see the Oilers win either, but you know what? I really do think they're going to win, because I think the Oilers are the better team this year, and I don't think the Oilers are going to go down. Well, they're sure as hell not going to go down 3-0 like they did last year, because they already won a game. But last year they went down 3-0 and almost beat these fucking guys, right? So they can beat them. And I really think they know that, And I'm very surprised that Florida pulled even with this series, because I thought Edmonton was just going to run over them. But I guess that's going to be a series. So both series, the NBA Finals and the NHL Finals, are tied 1 apiece. So at least we got some good series going in the both respective leagues. So that's nice, to watch if you're a sports fan. You know, I know a lot of people don't give a fuck about both sports, but, you know, it's nice to have a choice. But I'm not going to watch the Pistons and the fucking Thunder. I don't give a fuck about them. If that was the Knicks in the finals, do you know what the ratings would be? You know? And it sucks that they fired their coach. And this guy got them further and further the last 3 seasons in a row. This guy got further and further. And it's like they fucking fire him. Well, you better be bringing in somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing, because you fired a guy who got you to the playoffs all the time. You know? Like I said, it's hard to make the playoffs 2 years in a row, 3 years in a row. I mean, shit, there's teams that made the playoffs 16 years in a row. You know, 20 years in a row, which is crazy. But the Mets, like, they don't make it back-to-back years, man. It's just impossible for them. But right now, it looks like they're gonna. But who knows? By the end of the year, injuries, all that shit, you never know. Baseball's fucked up like that. Like, yeah, I know. Fuck the Florida Panthers, bro. Come on. Gives a shit. You know? I don't give a fuck. Edmonton's going to win anyway. There's no way they're losing this series. I'm telling you, they're winning it. I don't know. I don't even know what it is in Vegas. I think Edmonton were they the favorite over the defending Stanley Cup champions? I don't know. I got to look it up. I think they were. I don't know. They could have been the favorite, man. They could have been. Let me see. I'll look real quick. Hold on. Who's the odds-on favorite to win the Stanley Cup? The Stanley Cup. Yeah. Yeah, they are. Holy fucking shit. As of June 8th, 2025, the Edmonton Oilers are the slight favorite to win the Stanley Cup. That's fucking crazy. So they are the favorite in Vegas to win the cup over the defending Stanley Cup champions, who could be the 2-time defending. They're 3 wins away from winning back-to-back Stanley Cups. The Florida Panthers. That is fucked up. Because Tampa Bay just did that shit fucking 5 years ago. I'm so sick of fucking Florida hockey. Can I get gagged with a fucking spoon? Jesus. God, man, they cornered the market in fucking hockey, these cocksuckers. The fuck? So annoying. So annoying. Okay. Yeah, there was protests in Los Angeles, and a bunch of people went fucking crazy. But I think everything's under control. Let's see. We'll check in. Trump deploys National Guard troops to Los Angeles. Well, this is the live view right now of Los Angeles, where the protesting was going on today and turned into a bag of bullshit. I guess Trump sent the National Guard, like I just said, and this is where they're at right now. Yeah, real winners. Bunch of winners there. Look, we'll look around a little bit here. Can we look over those cops? A little bit. Yeah, there's people. What about over here? Who's going on over here? Who's this guy? Guy's got a gun on him. Who's over here? Who's over here? Let's zoom in a little. Zoomies. Yeah, I want to cheat on my diet. Oh, look at this guy walking around with a fucking dirt gun. Look at him. He's a young boy. Look at him. He's got a fucking dart in his neck.
You got a dart in your neck, bro. You got a fucking dart.
So that's what's going on right now in LA, guys. Yeah, it's great. Go move to California. Have a great time. Yeah. Yeah, I live in California. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, have fun. You have fun in California. You know what I mean? Yeah, good luck with that. Oh, I hate these women that go on these short videos and they're out in like the woods and they're chopping like wood or cutting down a tree and trying to act like they're one with nature, but they're fucking extremely gorgeous and they have like huge breasts and huge ass and they're in something fucking so sexy and tight out what they would never fucking wear, and you would never see this woman out in the middle of the woods, right? Unless it was on YouTube or some kind of shit like that. And they're trying to act like they're like a tomboy cutting wood or a woodsman or some weird shit. And I'm like, bitch, you know you're only on this short and cutting wood or running around and throwing fucking axes around and picking it up and squatting down to pick it up and doing all this shit, squatting down and grabbing wood with your vagina and your fucking what is that, camel toe showing and everything, right? And yeah, it's sexy as fuck and you're gorgeous, but it's like, we know why you're doing it. You're doing it because you got tits and ass and you're gorgeous. It's not because you're a fucking bushman of the Kalahari. You're a fucking, you're gorgeous. Let's be honest about this. Your thing is, you're on the internet because you're fucking hot. All right? It's not because you have a great fucking attitude or you have a fucking you're just so smart and intellectual and fucking no, it's because you made it tits and ass. All right, let's fucking be real. Like, look at this chick. Look, see it, like the videos coming up that I can press on. You see this chick? Look, what is she on there for? I mean, there's only one fucking reason, and I could flip through these things, bro. There'll be a couple of these bitches in the woods. There's this one girl who rides a one-wheel thing that you can like put your feet on and then like press forward and you can go through the woods on it and shit, right? And it's like a one-wheel thing that's battery operated. And this girl was whipping around the forest in it. And I'm like, all right, she's pretty good at it, but like, look what she's wearing, like almost nothing. A tube top with these fucking huge breasts and like jean pants cut into shorts with her ass cheeks just coming out. And it's like, yeah, nobody's tuning in to see how good you are on this wheel in the forest. Okay? That's not why they're watching you. Okay? Let's be honest here. I'm good at it, right? Like, yeah, you're good at it. Yeah, you're good at it. Yeah, I'm judging that right now. I'm judging how good you are on that wheel. That's what I'm doing right now when I'm watching this video, or I'm recording you, or I'm staring at you in the woods right now doing this. I'm just totally judging your, the way you fucking drive that thing. That's it. Nothing else. I'm not judging anything else. I'm not looking at anything else. I'm just judging how you drive the thing. That's it. Right? Yeah, okay. Sure. And now let me find one of these videos because I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like, look, who's this chick? All right, no, that one's stupid. I got to find you guys like... Okay, here you go. Here you go.
I'm going to tell you something that changed my life. This month of May, everyone's graduating. A year ago, I got to graduate. And of course, during this season...
Do you think anybody gives two fucks about her story? Or could I just mute it and stare? Like, let's be honest. I mean, like, you're on there because you're just the cutest fucking thing in the world.
If I were an influencer, what kind of influencer would I be? What kind of mother do I want to be?
I love it. All these people have so much to say and so much to teach the world because I'm an influencer. And I'm an influencer because I'm bubbly and I'm smart and I'm going to be something in life. And everybody knows it. Yeah, and that's why. Because you're just a bubbly, smart girl. That's why.
I'm going to tell you something that changed my life.
Dick.
This month of May, everyone's graduating.
Oh my God.
A year ago, I got to graduate. And of course, during this...
It's always about her.
People are asking, what are you going to do?
And her fucking morning wood.
question was quite intimidating until I heard this quote. Instead of thinking about what am I going to do,
Nobody gives a fuck about your 10-minute fucking story, all right? Nobody's watching you for your 10-minute story. Stop. I just...
Welcome to set. Ever wondered how performers get ready for a stunt live? That? Starting with my last meal, because once this harness goes on, I can't take it off. I have to be ready for the stunt and can't have set waiting on me. This is my harness. It's my most expensive equipment in my stunt bag, costing around $1,000, and I have to own multiple harnesses. I also have leg cuffs on because for every shackle you see on the harness, a wire line will be connected to it. So I had around 10 wires. This is a motorcycle back protector insert, made out of material that hardens.
Alright, I mean, this one is not as bad, but, like... Some of them are just blatant, like that chick cutting wood, and like it's just like, what the fuck, man? This is really weird. What the fuck? There was one thing I wanted to show you guys, and then I'm out. Let me see. Where the fuck is that thing? Yo, did you guys ever see that stuff that they replace piping with? It's like a blue thing and it goes into like old piping and it like lays a new pipe by like pushing pressure through it, and it's like blue and it hardens to a pipe. This guy got caught, bro, in like, oh man, it was such a fucked up way to die, man. Like this guy got caught with that shit on either side of him, and it like it like put this guy into like a blocked up tunnel on either side with that shit growing on either side and plugging the area where he was with air. It like plugged the air off. And the chemicals got into like his breathing, and he passed out. And they said he would have lived, but he passed out. And when he passed out, he would have come to eventually, because some air was now getting in because it was starting to harden, and they were going to cut it away. But it was going to take time. But there was some air in there. But the problem was there was water buildup on the bottom of the tunnel that he was in, like maybe like an inch or two of water buildup. And when he passed out from the chemicals, he fucking drowned it in like 2 inches of water. This poor guy. And it was pretty fucked up, man. I'm like, what a way to fucking die. You get stuck like in that shit. It's just, yeah, that's fucking sad. All right, wait, let me find this thing before I go. Oh my God. Yeah, that's not it though. All right, so here it is, the top 5 Beetlejuice moments. I had to show you guys this because I was a huge Beetlejuice, huge Stern fan, and this shit is just great. You guys got to see this. This is fucking great. All right, ready? Here we go.
Spell red.
Red, L-S-T-E-R.
All right, is that your final answer?
My final answer.
All right. I think that's close enough, but
No.
all right, okay. The judge.
What'd you call me?
Stepno.
You know who you're talking to?
Yeah, you, Stepno.
What color is a carrot?
Carrot, I think it's a carrot. Carrot, but I don't know about carrots. I don't know nothing about that. Go ahead, you got it.
Well, that
Go ahead, you got it. Come on, spit it out, dude. Go ahead, spit it out, man. Go ahead, spit it out, bro.
Nice, kid. I like it.
1 minus 1 equals.
Equals 35.
Spell red.
Red.
I mean, how could somebody be so fucking out of touch?
My final answer.
Do you think if we asked Tommy NC some of these questions, he would get that shit that fucked up like that guy did? Like, do you think he'd be that bad? I don't think so, man. It couldn't be. Couldn't be. Ow, my eye really fucking hurts from that rock, man. My shit hurts. I gotta put some fucking ice on my eye, on my sty eye.
Foot hole. How deep is that hole?
It's about like 20 feet.
1 minus...
Listen.
If you dig a 6-foot hole, how deep is that hole?
It's about like 20 feet.
1 minus 1 equals...
Equals 35.
Spell red.
Red? L-S-T-E-R.
All right. Is that your final answer?
My final answer.
All right.
I think it's great.
Come on, let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I just
Take that pizza to go, beat.
Oh, you like a slice?
So downtown LA, they're rioting. They're pulling shit apart and setting shit on fire and like doing all kinds of shit. I hope Schleppy's all right, man. Shout out to the Schlepster. You know what I mean? The fuck out of that shit, Schleppy. Get the fuck away from it. Don't do it, Schleppy. Don't. Oh.
With just one hit song. This is Oliver Tree, who in 2020, at just 28 years old, released a song that would change his life. Life Goes On. Overnight, his name was everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Billboard charts, no matter where you looked, that beat was playing. Oliver Tree had gone viral, but there was a problem. For the next 3 years, Oliver kept releasing new songs, but none of them hit like Life Goes On. People started calling him a one-hit wonder. His music slowly started to flop. Then came one night in 2023 when Oliver dropped Miss You, and once again, TikTok sent the song straight to the top. Every reel, every page, that song was everywhere. Miss You went platinum. Oliver Tree was back on top, but just as fast as he rose, everything came crashing down. Back in 2019, Oliver Tree had used a photo from Jong-Un's funeral on one of his tour posters. The controversy went viral, and people turned against him without knowing the full story. Social media started to ignore him. By 2024, the truth finally came out. It was all just... Where are they now? The guy who went viral with just one hit song.
Wow, remember that guy? Do you guys remember that guy? Oliver Tree? Do you guys, do you remember Oliver Tree? Olive Tree? He's a fucking olive tree. The fuck? Come on. This is... come on. Really? Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, you know what? This shit's not that bad. Nani, nani, non. Nani, 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 non. Nani, nani, nani. Nani, non. Nani, nani. Oh, shit. No, I don't care. They scored fucking how many runs? I'm not watching that fucking thing. It'll take 20 minutes to fucking watch the highlights. Fuck out of here. Listen, your Yankees suck, bro. Fuck you and your Yankees, dude. I don't even want to hear it. Fuck you guys, bro. My Yankee friends talking shit. Dude, I'm not bragging about how many runs they got. Whatever. I know you scored fucking 20 fucking runs twice. I get it. I'm not bragging about them scoring like these. I just said they probably won't even make the playoffs, dude. Like, I'm not bragging about them. I'm not. I don't count my fucking chickens before they hatch, bro. All right? I know better. I'm a Jet fan, dude. All right? Unfortunately. I mean, I like the Giants too, but I'm more of a Jet fan. And come on, dude. Once you're a Jet fan, you know how it is to lose. They just always lose. They haven't made the playoffs in fucking 15 years, bro. I have a team that hasn't made the playoffs in 15 years that I root for, bro. Of course I know how it is to fucking suck cock. God. The balls on these people. The balls on these fucking Yankee/Rangers and Giant fans. That's what they are here. They're Yankee, Giants, and Ranger fans all in one. The worst of the worst. Oh, they're cocky son of a bitches, bro. They're used to winning. Ranger fans are funny because they're cocky and they never win. It's like, guys, you haven't won since 94, okay? You got one cup in the last 100 years. So, not too much to brag about. So shut up, all right? Be humbled. It's almost like the Knicks fans. And I do like the Knicks, but I don't consider myself a Knicks fan. I'm not a diehard Knicks fan. I'll watch the Knicks. I watched them in the playoffs this year, and I had fun watching them, and I was rooting for them to go to the finals. But, I wasn't devastated when they lost. They're not like my team. I do root for them, though. But they're not my team. I don't have a team in basketball. I loved Jordan, man. When I was a kid, Jordan was the shit. And not because of his sneakers. He just was the shit. He was the best. The guy left basketball for for how long to try to play baseball, and then he came back and won 3 in a row. Like, come on. Come on. You know what I mean? Come on. Who does that? Yeah, I'm going to leave the sport. My team's not going to win without me. All these other teams are going to win while I'm gone. And then when I come back, I'm going to win 3 straight. Only Jordan. Only Jordan. Only Michael Jordan, bro. Yeah, I know I said I'd take phone calls, but I'm not. Because I'm getting off soon, dude. Yeah, I wasn't planning on coming on all night. Well, make it worth my while. I'm being serious, dude. I'll just go to bed. I got a doctor's appointment, at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I could just go to bed, bro. But, you make it worth my while, I'll fucking stay up all night. If you know what I mean. I need weed. I gotta wait till Tuesday, bro. Buy me a bag of weed and I'll fucking stay up all night. No? Then don't ask. Well, I would buy it myself, but I don't have the fucking money. All right. Well, no, I'm not asking you to do it. You're the one who brought it up. All right, let me go. Let me go. Bye. Let me go. Yeah, there's not much. I don't know, man. Wrestling was good last night. Yeah, I thought it was pretty decent. And all right, so the R-Truth shit, like, I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the storyline is. Maybe some of you guys in the chat know. Did R-Truth legit get fired, or was it storyline? Did R-Truth get fired, and then there was like the feedback, and then they were like, okay, bring him back? Or was it all planned from the get-go? Like, what's the deal? I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know, so, but I thought it was cool either way. He came out and fucked over Cena. That was great. But like I said before, or yesterday, Cena had to lose this match. Because he's going to win the one-on-one matches until he retires. Because they're letting him run with this for however long he's got left. And they'll probably make him lose his last match. Probably, or some shit like that. I don't think he'll retire as champion, though. I really don't. But he'll lose his last match or some shit, right? Or something like that. So he's got to lose these tag team, matchups. So, they did what they did. So it's a little expected, but I think it was a good pay-per-view. And that ladder match was pretty sick. And I wasn't into it right away, but when I tuned in and I saw them do that move on the ladder set up on the ring like that, I was like, you know what? That was a good match. And then, Rollins' boys came out, and now they're going to have Rollins go around with the fucking suitcase everywhere, him and fucking Heyman, and these two fucking thug motherfuckers. And that's the storyline they're going to go with that. And you know what? Seth Rollins is a wrestler. The guy is a good wrestler. I don't care. You might not like him. He's not... he's not the greatest, he's not the biggest, but he's a damn good wrestler. He's a damn good wrestler, man. And you know what? He's good on the mic, and he's just got his whole thing. And you know what? I'm very used to him now, man. Ever since his Shield days when he first came up with those guys, and like where he is now, he's evolved into a solo artist who went pretty far, man, and did. I remember when he was with Stephanie and fucking Triple H in the beginning, when they fucked over Roman Reigns, when the Shield broke apart, and that whole storyline, the corporate, that whole thing, and what's good for business and all that shit. So he goes back, bro, and he's been doing things for a while now, man. The guy goes back now. He built a big body of work in the WWE for a while now. So I give Seth Rollins a lot of respect. A lot of respect. And, he's going to go around with the suitcase, and Heyman's going to be with him, and, they're going to work. We know what you know what you're going to get out of Rollins, all right? And he's entertaining. And so is fucking Heyman. And now you throw the suitcase into the mix. Of course, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. He'll carry that beautifully. Probably better than all those other guys, or just as good. So it makes sense. So I think it was a very good match, and he won it. And, it doesn't matter how he won it. They make the bad guys always got to cheat to win, and the good guys always get fucked over to lose. So that's just the way it goes. Wrestling is, I don't know if it's wrestling is more predictive now than anything, or it's just more like I know what's going on more because I've watched it for so long, and you could see it a mile away. I don't know which one it is. I don't know what it is. And I don't watch it as much as some of you guys, But wrestling is so different, from 20 years ago. It really is, from the Stone Cold era and The Rock and all those guys. Like, those guys are far gone now, man. I like that cane thing they're doing with all those different canes. That's pretty fucking funny shit. That is pretty funny shit. I'm Raisin Cane. I'm Candy Cane. I'm Chocolate Cane and Vanilla Cane. I'm Cocaine. I'm Randy Cane. Randy Cane. Man, savage. The Randy King. Savage. Savage. I would never wear that green bodysuit, says Casey is raw in the chat. Shout out to you. Shout out to Danny. Casey, is that guy you can't help but love? Solid ass dude. WWE released a new Truth shirt a few weeks before. Coming back. It was a work then, huh? So it was a work. So didn't a lot of people that cover wrestling think that it was real? Or is that bullshit? Because from what I heard, I saw a lot of people that I watch, and I don't watch most of these guys. I watch those guys going in Raw, and they were all when he first got fired, they were all like, yeah, in reality, Cena does not like R-Truth. Just come out and fucking say you don't like him, and you went to fucking Triple H, and they were seriously speaking like this. And I was just like, after he came back, and I was like, oh man, was that a work? Because if it was a work, these guys are all on there talking serious about it and all this shit. And it's like, dude, you guys are so fucking gay. Just go rent a cock and suck it already, please. So gay. So fucking gay. You're sitting there fucking debating, and talking about that, and the inside scoop. Meanwhile, you were fucking dead wrong the whole time. These guys are so funny. They think they're so right about so much shit, bro. It's funny. This idiot in the chat last night goes, you guys know nothing about politics. And it's like, yeah, no shit, bro. I ain't some politic analyst. I don't know it fully. I bet you I know more than that motherfucker, though. How shit works in the Republican Party, because I actually did it. I actually did political shit and know the inner workings of how it works. But that doesn't mean I know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I don't claim to know what I'm talking about. And when it comes to politics, I'm just fucking speaking from what I see. I'm not telling anybody to believe me or agree with me. So, to come in the chat and say that, it's, kind of fucking dumb, and it shows how dumb that person was, It's yeah, we all don't know shit about politics because they're liars and scumbags, and how could you know? You know what I mean? You're being lied to fucking almost all the time anyway. So it's how could you know? Peekaboo, hi. Yeah. Tommy, where are you? Hey, Tommy, come here. Tommy, I see your balls. Let me see. Yeah, there they are right there. Tommy, look, I'm pointing at them right now. Look right here. Look right here. Yeah, right there, Tommy. Tommy, put your balls here on my head. That fucking feels so good. You fuck my ear. Yeah. You fuck my other ear. Yeah. Now fuck my head too, Tommy. Tommy, let me go in your asshole like this, Tommy. Yeah. Oh, fuck, yeah. Oh, fucking, yeah. Fuck my head, Tommy. Fuck my head right here. Yeah, put the arrows there where you fuck my head. Yeah. Sorry. Facts. I love your studio, Ken. Thank you, bro. It's pretty nice, right? You know what I'm adding to it, dude? Mortal Kombat. I'm adding the Mortal Kombat arcade very soon. The Mortal Kombat arcade will be in here. And when I add it, I got to take out this corner shit that I have here. That's all coming out. All this is coming out that's on the walls. And I'm putting the two machines right there in the corner. And then I'll have to put some of the shit back up in other places. But yeah, they're both going to go in the corner over here. Because I got the Pac-Man. You know what I mean? And I'm going to have the Mortal Kombat's a little bit bigger. So that's going to go catty-cornered right in the middle. And then I'm going to have fucking Mortal Kombat, bro. I'm so psyched about it. And it has all the Mortal Kombats on it. So it has 1, 2, 3, and I think other ones that are other kinds of the game or something, he said. But yeah, it's I can't wait to get it, man. And I'm not really paying a lot for it. The guy's basically giving it to me. You know, so it's fucking sick. But thank you, Casey. I appreciate it. I do, like, I have a whole nother area that's wait, hold on. I'm trying to fix this thing real quick. Hold on. Yeah, look, Casey, I got this camera too. Over here. How you doing? You got 4 cameras in here, Casey. You know what I mean? Are you raw? What do you think? You getting raw? KC, how's you getting raw? You gonna get raw?
Oh, I'm gonna get raw. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking raw. You can bet on it. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking raw. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking raw. Oh, fuck yeah.
What do you think of that game? What are you playing now, bro? Fuck you. What have you been up to? Games you playing?
I play Legend of Zelda Part 7 Zine Part 7 and 3/4.
Thank you, Casey. I appreciate it, brother. Mugu Gabat, Mugu Gamban, Gaban, Mugu Gaipan. Yeah, well, you know, listen, let me tell you, I got nothing but love for you, baby. I got nut and love. Yo, Eminem. Wait, no, dude, I'm not. No, I'm not. Mm-mm. Bro, yo, what the fuck, man? Are people doing the same? Dude, people are fucked up, man. Yeah, I guess these people made the same shit that I made. Because last night I made the Elon Musk versus Donald Trump, Gronk, or whatever the fuck you call it on X. I went in there and said, give me a photo of, you know, Donald Trump and Elon Musk fighting each other. And then I had to put details into it of what I wanted behind the background and all this shit, right? And I basically put it in the detail what I wanted, right? And it's so fucked up that, like, I'm looking on other people's thumbnails and other people's shows and streams, and they have the same shit, basically, that I had. And I'm like, whoa, man, you know how many people must have did what I did? That's fucking a little weird to me, man. That so many people think alike. What the fuck? That's weird. That's weird. All those people fucking thought that. Come on. They refuse to accept they got it. They got worked. They honestly believe they made the WWE bring back truth. Bro, that's how bad these fucking guys are, bro. These fucking toolboxes, bro. They were like, we got online and we all fucking called out all those people for firing R-Truth. The guy shouldn't have been fired. He worked there for too long. It's so fucked up. I heard these two idiots talking about it, okay, online. Stevie Richards, All right, and I kind of like him a little bit. His podcast, he's kind of a reasonable guy. All right, but he's on there, him and this other dude, and they're all serious about how great R-Truth is and how he got fucked, and how like, just admit that you don't like John Cena, and blah blah blah, and you got him and it's like, once these guys hear that R-Truth never got fired and it never went down the way that all these idiots thought it did, it's so fucking funny because, they won't accept it now, huh? Because I haven't listened to any of these guys yet, but it's so funny, these people that got it all wrong, that watch wrestling for a living, and they get it all wrong. It's fucking hilarious, bro. It really is, because it's like, dude, what are you, a weatherman now? Huh? You a weatherman now, bro? Because they're the only motherfuckers in this world that I know that get paid for being wrong. All right, you fucking idiot. Stop this shit. If you cover wrestling, you should be so locked in that you know what the fuck is going on right away. All right? And if you don't, stop covering it. Just stop. Am I wrong? I don't know. I might be. But who gives a fuck? It's crazy how fast Musk and Trump is at each other's throat. Well, yeah, but I heard that they kind of came to a reconciliation. You know what I mean? They came to a reconciliation. They came to a gazigalary. That's my gazigalary. They came to a regularization. A regularization. I heard that they're friends now again. I do love me some Stevie Richards, can't lie. Yo, he is pretty good, bro. He's good covering wrestling because, listen, the other wrestlers look at him as like an idiot sometimes, right? But he knows his shit, and you know what? He wasn't a bad wrestler. He wasn't a bad wrestler. He actually did some good things, bro, with a limited repertoire. You know what I mean? So I give him, and he's good. He's good. He covers the shit well. You know who else does too? Maven. He's pretty good too, man. These guys like speak from the heart. You know what I mean? And but I think he got it wrong this time, bro, because these guys were sitting on there and they were like, Truth does not deserve to be fired like this. And, like, I don't want to speculate, but he's got to be making at least $1 million a year with the company that long. And I'm just like, and then I remember, like, he came out, and I thought last night, like, R-Truth came out, and I know all these guys were like, he shouldn't have been fired, and he shouldn't have. And it's like, you guys are so bad, bro. You cover wrestling, and you really fell for it, and you got worked, and you can't even admit it. You can't even admit it. You sad sack of shit. You can't even admit it. You got worked. Triple H worked you. So, yeah, Maven is doing good, bro. He's good. I like him. He's pretty good. Yeah, Richards was a good wrestler, bro. I think, like he didn't have the best wrestling skills in the world. He didn't have the best mic skills in the world, but you know what? He caught on. He did a couple of good things when he was with the with those guys who ban words and I forgot their name, the fucking whatever the fuck, they used to go around banning shit. But he did a couple of good things, bro. So, and you know what? His show or his streams are pretty good. They cover good topics and they talk about good shit, and he's got an insider's view to shit. And he's with some, all these wrestlers that do podcasts now, bro, right, on YouTube, they all got an English guy with them, most of them, or some fat Southern guy. That's all it comes down to. These wrestlers, they either take a fat Southern guy or an English dude with them every time. And it could be a virtual nobody. Just some English guy that has an English voice. Hey, you, that's what you sound like? Come with me. You're going to be my podcast guy. Just sit there and talk like this and say, well, what happened back in 2003 with you and Vince McMahon? Was it a problem when you went to him and punched him in the fucking face? And it's like, yeah, that's all I need to hear. Hey, I'm going to write down everything you're going to ask me. Just do it in your voice. That's all these guys are on there for. And then you got the fat Southern guys who are like, they know too much about wrestling. And they're like, yeah, that's what would have happened back in 92. Razor Ramon slit the rest of them, and it's like, dude, why do you pick either fat Southern guys that know too much about wrestling and sound almost great on the mic, or these English dudes that have these unbelievable butter fucking French toast voice, like they're goggling cock. Sorry. JD has a thumbnail to a video right now saying Triple H is a liar. I know, right? He's got it right. He's right, and Triple H is the liar, and Triple H is wrong. That's how fucked up these guys are, bro. They get such big heads from being on the internet and thinking they're constantly right, and they constantly have the story marked down, and they know exactly what's going on because they think they're an insider. And just because they had a little rub with elbows with a couple of companies for 5 minutes, they think like they're an insider. So they have like insider information. And when it goes against what's reality, they sit there and be like, no, they're all lying and they're covering it up because I'm right and I know it, and it's like, no, dude, no, you're a fucking idiot, okay? You're only this fucking big up there because you cover wrestling and you get all these little fanboys that are 11 and 12 years old all over your cock because once in a while you scream or you sound like you're from Queens, New York. Stop. Stop. It's just like the chick with tits and ass who's chopping wood. It's just like that. It's just like that. It's no talent and all show. That's basically what it is. It's no talent and all just flaunt what attracts like a moth. You know what I mean? Like kids that are watching wrestling that stumble upon a guy like JD from New York, right? They're not going to like love him right away. But like if they see him enough, they're going to listen to him and they're going to laugh at when he gets mad and he starts yelling and threatening people with his brother to kill them like he did with me. But, like, you get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You smell what I'm trying to fucking cook here, bro. R-Truth literally tweeted last night saying no work. So who's lying? Well, what does that mean? So he tweeted no work. What does that mean though? Like he really got fired? He's saying, like, because you could take him saying that in many different, realms. I guess I don't fucking know, man. I really don't know. Why would WWE create a shirt for truth? Then fire him. Yeah, it's the highest selling shirt and then just to fire him. Yeah, I mean, I don't dispute that. I don't know what the truth is. You know what I mean? I don't know what the R-Truth is, but what I do know is a lot of these guys were like, he shouldn't have been fired and it's wrong. And now he's going to just probably retire or he might end up in TNA and it's like, no, dude, he's going to be on the show tomorrow night. Fucking retard. But yeah, either way, he was on the show and he came out and he fucked over John Cena and that was great. That was a good fucking twist to that shit. Come on. That was good. Who booked that? Was it Triple H? Was it him? Or was it fucking, what's his name over there? Fucking, what's his name? That other fucking dimwit. This fucking thing hurts in my eye. Holy shit, man. I don't know if it's that or it's fucking a rock that hit it. I don't fucking know, man. R-Toot. R-Toot. 40-toot R-Toot. R-Toot. He's a good wrestler, R-Toot. R-Toot. My name is R. R-Toot. Oh, he booked it? Really? All right. He was getting released because his contract expired this month. Well, you know what? Fuck him. No, I'm just kidding. Right. They lowballed him on his contract extension, but he never... Oh. All right. Well, I mean, I don't know which way it was either way, but, I mean, it was a cool twist to that, you know, and I guess a lot of people saw it coming, really. Well, the people that I heard on the internet did not see it coming because they thought that he would never be in a WWE ring again, and they were talking like, yo, they were fucking pissed about it. And then you get guys like fucking the Road Dogg tweeting out like, yo, it's fucked up what they did to R-Truth. It's not right. Like, bring him back on a Legends deal or some shit like that. One of those wrestlers said. So it's like a lot of people believed it if it wasn't true, and even if it was true. I don't know. He teabagged them. He lowballed them. I like that. Nobody uses that anymore. Lowballed. This guy fucking lowballed me. What do you mean, dude? He like hovered over you and dropped a sack on you? No, bro. Like he fucking went to give me $4,000 when I'm charging him $5,000 for head. Yeah, he is over 50, right? Yeah, he's like 52 or something, I think, right? But R-Truth could still move, bro, and he looks good, man. Cracked, you know, black don't crack, bro. Like R-Truth looks good. The motherfucker don't age. He don't age. I mean, he does look a little older, but he could still go, bro. He's good, man. You know, but that doesn't mean you have to bring him back. But I hate seeing these company guys go, like Ziggler and him and these guys that were there for so long, like The Miz. You know, like he's been there how long now, The Miz? You know, like some of these guys, it's a shame that it's eventually got to end for them. You know, it sucks. 50 is the new 20. Hell yeah, bro, I agree. Trust me. I'm not 50 yet, but I agree. He's 53. Yeah, well, you know, yeah, he's older for a wrestler, right? But, you know, some of these guys could keep going till like almost 60. Look at fucking, you know, look at some of these older guys that were around back in the day. I know wrestling's not like that anymore, where these older guys can just go back and perform still, because wrestling is not, like, wrestling is way more athletic than it's ever been, right? So a lot of these guys that are older that can't pull shit off, how can they come back? In like wrestling, they're gonna need a different they're gonna need to do something different. And it sucks that there's like really no more managers in wrestling. What is that, like one? Heyman? Is there anybody else? Like, you know, that sucks, man. They gotta bring back managers, man. Then you'll open up some spots for some of these old guys to come back and grab a mic without wrestling. Make the show more interesting with their mouths, because these guys can still go with their mouths. They might not be able to go with their bodies, but there's so many less spots now because they just don't do that shit anymore, man. I don't know why. Yeah, they did do a couple of cool things there. Yeah, Cena and Paul fucking had a falling out, and he fucking frog splashed him or something, right? And you know, listen, Paul looked good, bro. I know I was like saying that a lot last night, but he did. He looked fucking amazing, that kid, bro. I got to give him credit. Like, he really fucking made his body like into a fucking wrestler's body, bro. Like, he looks like just as good as any of these wrestlers now, you know? And he's always been in very good shape, right? Because he was boxing and he was an athletic guy, but now he's just fucking tweaked. Like, that kid is tweaked. He was standing right next to Rollins and someone else, or not Rollins. I mean, he was standing next to Cena, and he was not as big as thick as Cena, but he was right there, bro. He's more defined than Cena, and Cena's pretty still big, you know? Not as big as in the past, but yeah, he looked good, man, that kid. And that's why I was asking that question. Like, you guys think he'll be known as a wrestler? Like, will people say in the future, like, oh, yeah, I know Logan Paul, the guy who's a wrestler, or the guy who's a wrestler for a while? Like, will they say that about him, or will he be like an influencer? And that's it. You know, just a personality, you know? Or will he be known as a real wrestling guy? And is he? I get the feeling like he's accepted by all the wrestlers because he's actually taken time to learn the craft and the company and, you know, and travel and all that shit that comes with it. And he's actually devoted and doing it. But I think he's going to do that for so long, and he's going to turn around and he's going to do movies. I'm telling you. Like Rock, like The Rock, like Hogan, like Batista. He's going to go into movies, and he'll probably be a huge movie star, that guy. He'll probably be a huge one, because Hollywood loves guys like him. Young and good, in shape, and brings like fans with him already. It's a no-brainer. It's just a matter of time before he gets really big in the WWE, becomes champion one day, and then boom, he leaves and goes and does movies. Watch. Mark my words. But my question is, will he be considered a wrestler before he does that? Like Batista, like fucking The Rock. Like, Hogan really didn't have that great of a fucking run. He had a couple of good movies, but he didn't really have that great of a run being a movie star. Not like The Rock did. Definitely not like The Rock did, right? Batista, I would say he's second best of being a wrestler and then doing movies. Because he was in a couple of really big fucking movies, man, and played a pretty big part in a dynasty. But I think Paul will eventually be a movie star. Watch. I really do. Hollywood's going to come for him, bro. I'm telling you. They are coming for him. There's no doubt. They love guys like him, young and good looking and in shape. They're going to go right for him. And they're going to be like, yo, here's all the money and all the fucking fame you can have. Dangle it right in front of him, and he's going to be like, yo, you know what? I love wrestling. I put the last fucking 5-10 years of my life into it. And but fuck this. I'm going to Hollywood. And then he's going to fuck him. When he gets to Hollywood, he's going to find out that they're going to tell him, yo, you got to do a movie where you wear a dress, dressed up like a chick, and then you got to suck the producer's cock to get this movie. And then you're like, whoa, maybe I should have continued my career as a wrestler. Nope. Now you got to go blow Richard Pryor. You got to go suck Marlon Brando off at 67 years old. Okay? Marlon Brando at 23, not that bad. Even if you're not gay, not that bad. Clean cock, young man. Probably got a good-looking cock. Hey, I'm not gay, but you know what? I'd rather do that. But no. You're getting like a fucking 70-year-old, flabby, disgusting, fat-riddled fucking dude. And you're going to have to go down on him because that's what they do in Hollywood. They want you to do the nasty. They want you to do the most nastiest, satanic, devilish shit you can do. So they'd be like, you know what? Suck this half-dead man's cock. And then suck the shit out of his shithole. Shit like that. You know what I mean? So we got that going for us. But yeah, should have stayed a wrestler. You know what I mean? So now John Cena, in order to get that great show that he has and all that, he had to fucking suck the shit out of a producer's butthole And he'll do it, bro. Yo, The Rock went down on plenty of men to get where he is, bro. If you don't think he did, you're fooling yourself. Okay? All these guys got to dress like women. They got to get a black and blue eye. They got to get and they got to do it in public. And they got to get fucked in their butthole. And then they got to suck someone's cock randomly. And they got to be told, hey, show up to this house at this time and shut your mouth. Go in there and just pull your pants down. And all these higher up producers are going to fuck you in the butt. Leonardo DiCaprio, what do you think he did, bro? They put him in a dark room with just cocks everywhere. He's just going around feeling for cocks and just jerking everything off and sucking it and fucking just, it's like an orgy in the dark, bro. And he could do it because you know what? These guys are like, you know what? I will suck any cock, pussy, dildo, cum, fucking riddled tits like fucking P. Diddy, regurgitated cum, and I'll rub it on my nipples. I'll fucking hail the devil and fucking worship the fucking worst of the worst if I could become a star. And that's what these people do. They're fucking god-awful, destructive, disgusting fucking human beings who don't want you to have kids. They want to kill your baby when it's 9 months old in the womb. They don't give a fuck. They're against family. They're against everything holy. They hate everything and everyone. They can't tell you what a woman is, but they want fucking men and women's sports. It's fucking ludicrous, bro. It's all fucking ludicrous. And then you get a guy like Donald Trump who gets fucking shot in the ear and stands up and fucking says, fight, fight, fight. Well, all these fucking retard fucking men and women are around him trying to block more bullets, and the guy dies in the audience. And these people on the far left, they don't even give a fuck. They don't even care. I don't even care. It wasn't impressive to them. They were hoping he died. They honestly wanted him to die. As bad as I hate Joe Biden and the left, as bad as I hate all the women on The View, as bad as I hate all these people, I would never wish death on any one of them. Because when you start going around and wishing death on, even on people that are on TV and people you don't even know that you think, oh, I could say whatever I want about that person, I don't even know them. And when you start wishing death on these people and you live your life with hate and jealousy and envy and fucking want to kill somebody, yo, you're a fucked up individual. And if you're not yet, that will drive you to be a fucked up individual. Because hate and jealousy and Donald Trump syndrome will drive a person to become a fucking utter devil worshiper. Plain and simple. It musters up all the bad in you and all the negative shit that you might have tucked away deep down inside. It musters it all up like the COVID shot and brings it all to the surface. And it all starts coming out. That's what that shit does. It's an antenna to the fucking bad and the disgusting and evil that is in this world and in the realms of everything. It's an antenna. You understand? Remember when people used to have that antenna on your house? You just have to put it on your TV, screws in the back of the TV, and now you got access to every 7 channels that you have in the world. And then I remember when cable came out in 1980 something, and I was like, oh my God, we got a fucking channel that plays music videos all fucking day. Can you believe this? It's called something like M Television or M TV or something like that. And then that song came out, I want my MTV. And every kid my age and my sister's age all knew what MTV was then. And especially when Thriller came out, because Thriller was fucking sick with Michael Jackson. When that came out, it was on fucking... Well, it was on every goddamn news, every regular channel when they first debuted. But I remember MTV playing it like every fucking 20 minutes. Thriller would come on MTV. And I remember sitting there waiting for Thriller to come on MTV because it was like a movie. You know? Pretty sick.
Donald Trump explained for Democrats.
Mr. Reagan.
All right, before we start, I've got a great new sponsor for the show, Gold Co. If you want to diversify, have lunch with me. And as we walked around the neighborhood, I realized, we had a bit of a laugh about this to your friends. The most astute observation I ever heard anyone express about Donald Trump, the difference in the way the left and the right perceives him in America, was by the journalist Selena Zito. She was writing an article in Atlantic magazine. She wrote, "The press takes him literally, but not seriously. His supporters take him seriously, but not literally." And that is the dichotomy that has plagued our political discourse from the start. The way Trump speaks is not always clear to leftists. They truly believe that Trump is evil, and so they interpret everything Trump says as uncharitably as possible. Trump supporters are different. They get Trump. They can accurately decode his language. Trump supporters understand when Trump is being hyperbolic, when he's being provocative, when he's joking, when he's negotiating, when he's bluffing. Trump supporters understand that, for the most part, Trump is a pretty authentic guy. Trump supporters understand and accept that Trump is a showman. And when he puts on some kind of an act, like a phony photo op or something, his supporters get it immediately. It's not a deception. The artificiality is totally transparent. It's all part of the show. And to them, it's fun.
So this outfit, you know, is when he called us all garbage. How stupid. What a stupid word. That blows deplorable away, don't you think? And one of my people came in and said, "Sir, the word garbage is the hottest thing right now out there. The hottest thing out there. Sir, would you like to drive a garbage truck?" They pulled up this garbage truck. I don't know how the hell they did it so fast. I have very capable people. And then I actually said, I climbed into the truck, but so I said, "How the hell do you get into this truck? It's way up high. It's a big one." This was a beauty. I said, "You didn't have to buy it that big, right? You have to get it that big?" So I said, "Man, if I don't get up there, this is going to be very embarrassing." These stupid people, they'll say, "He's cognitively and physically impaired." So look, the first stair is like up here. I'm saying, shit.
Oh my God, man, he is funny, bro.
So I had the adrenaline going, and I made it. I made it. And then I gave a little news conference from the front of the, they asked their wise guy questions and everything. And then we drove about 2 feet. I got out, got into the plane. And I come into the arena, and I say, "Where's my jacket? I want to get out of this thing."
And they say, "Sir, sir, sir, we just nuked Iran, sir, sir." He runs into my room and he says, "Sir, we accidentally nuked Iran, sir." Damn, bro. All right, guys, I got to go in and get my eye checked by my wife right now because this is fucking bad. My shit's swollen. Shit is all fucked up. I don't understand. I think I hit a rock on it. I don't think it's a sty. It actually feels swollen. I don't know. Never experienced this before. But, yeah, we'll see what happens. Guys, take it easy. Have a good Monday. God bless everybody. Thanks for hanging out for a little tonight. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.